what is going on. There is going to be apparently a simulation, a nuclear blast simulation over Manhattan starting Monday and Tuesday. Now, I'm going to bring to you as much information as I got on this evening. Apparently, this U.S. government simulation over Manhattan and New Jersey was already planned and apparently started on April 18th, 2017, which was just a couple of days ago. And the name of it is called Gotham Shield 2017. According to reports, feds are to conduct Operation Gotham Shield, simulating, hear this folks, simulating a 10,000 kiloton nuclear detonation over New York City and New Jersey come Monday and Tuesday. Now, we're doing this, it's Friday, 10:42 p.m. Central Standard Time, April 21st, 2017. We're talking this particular simulation of the 10,000 kiloton nuclear detonation happening on the 24th and 25th, Monday and Tuesday of next week. Coming up, folks. Fresh updates here. It says a joint operation codenamed Gotham Shield is scheduled for April 24th and 25th. The premise of this simulated crisis will be, and I quote, the detonation of a 10,000-ton nuclear device in the air over New Jersey. So they're not pretending to just put a fake detonation and not have it explode. They're going to be exploding something, but they're promising it's not going to cause any harm. What is this? What is going on? Why are they doing this? It says here the EMP, the electromagnetic pulse caused by the detonation of this device, will cause the disabling of most telephone, internet, and other electronic devices in a 20-kilometer radius around the detonation site. Operation Gotham Shield is a joint exercise with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, Military Auxiliary Radio Service, Department of Defense, Federal Emergency Management Agency, which is FEMA, and the Red Cross in New York and New Jersey. Now, MARS, which is the Military Auxiliary Radio Service, is headquartered at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and assigned to the headquarters United States Army Network Enterprise Technology Command, which is also known as NETCOM. Now, New Jersey, you're in the line of fire apparently as well in the simulation. The Hudson County, New Jersey, is apparently going to be nuked in a federal simulation on April 24th and 25th. So it's not just going to be Manhattan, New York. It's also going to be New York. It's also going to be New Jersey. Now, a document that was obtained by FEMA, which is red labeled not for public dissemination, outlines a simulated nuclear detonation over North Bergen in Weehawken, New Jersey, which is over in Hudson County, complete with blast impact zone and radiation fallout and fatality counts scheduled for April 24th and 25th. So Monday and Tuesday is going to be very busy, folks, but let me show you the actual document that is titled and marked for official use only. Now, please note that this has become public, okay? So that's the only reason why we're putting it out on the broadcast. But this for official use only was created by FEMA as part of an exercise being run by the Department of Defense, the DoD, codenamed Operation Gotham Shield 2017. And here is the actual document. Now, the problem, again, with these exercises is the strange coincidence that when the government runs some of them, they actually turn into real-life events. And if this is only a drill, some are asking, why is it marked not for public dissemination and for official use only? I mean, the government has their own reasons. They probably don't want to cause panic, right? They don't want to cause concern. However, we know that in the light of the distress of nations that are taking place, in light of the tense situation that's currently happening over in the Korean Peninsula with North Korea, the United States, Russia, and China moving their troops towards the North Korean border, our ships over over on the Korean Peninsula and ready, this is according to the Trump administration, ready to strike down any missile test that the Kim Jong-un regime would seek to do. And then the Un regime, the North Korean regime, coming back at us, challenging our words, or the Trump administration's words, saying that if we attack, if they even feel that we're provoking them, and if we actually do a preemptive strike on their testing, that they are going to that they are going to basically annihilate us, target particular cities here in the U.S., and they claim that they have the capability to do it. Now, many underestimate North Korea. I don't. We do not hear, and we will not, because we believe that they have nuclear capability. Now, I don't know if they have enough to actually wipe out the entire United States. They're not anywhere near the capability of Russia, for instance. But they absolutely, I believe, can have, or they have in their hands a type of intercontinental ballistic missile that have electromagnetic pulse capability that can absolutely cause a crippling situation here in the U.S.
It is an actual government operation. And the federal government is simulating a nuclear explosion over New York City. But it's not just there. We've heard from other people. Even here in Indiana, in Camp Atterbury, they're going to be doing drills preparing on what they would do in case of a nuclear explosion. People in Ohio are telling us that they're doing it there, okay, in different cities. It's across the country, so it's not just a New York City issue.
I'm not trying to hear about nuclear war, but you know what? It's where we're at. These are the signs of the time, so we cannot hide our faces in the sand. We can't pretend all this is just fake news and just conspiracy theory. It's in our face. Your job is to be a watchman on the wall and cry out, sound the alarm, lest there be blood on your hands.
Platforms packed underground after a power outage in Midtown.
It backed up trains all over the city and made for a nightmare commute this morning.
Cindy, riders are telling us that this has been disastrous. As you mentioned, about a dozen lines affected by this outage here this morning. You can see police right now not allowing anybody downstairs to the subway platform. But we've talked with some people who said that they were sitting on the train stuck for about an hour and a half. Other people telling me it took them 3 hours just to get to the station. Right now, the MTA and Con Ed working to get the problem fixed. For riders, a frustrating Friday commuter fail. Packed trains, some without power, at a standstill.
It was not comfortable.
Temporary generators now being hooked up as repairs are made. But earlier, you could see one of the D trains stuck in the tunnel. Short of the subway stop at 7th Avenue and 53rd Street, hundreds still packed inside when it came to a halt around 7:30 this morning when the signals lost
Breaking
power.
news.
PG&E crews are working feverishly across San Francisco as a baffling mass outage hits the city this morning.
The outage is widespread in the northern part of the city.
This is affected. Basically, if you drive across the 80, it's all of San Francisco to the right of you. The financial district, the Richmond, the Marina. Traffic lights are out, businesses shut down, a BART station's closed. There are even reports of people who are stuck in elevators, as many as 100,000 people.
Meanwhile, power outages during the morning rush in New York affecting multiple subway lines blamed on equipment failures. And another brief outage at LAX and Los Angeles. Federal law enforcement sources say so far there's no reason to suspect sabotage.
It's a question I've been asking myself, and I'm sure you're doing the same. When Russia has a large-scale civil defense drill, they inform the public. They even involve them. When the U.S. government does, however, it's a secret, sometimes even using a natural disaster as a cover story, with the civilian population left speculating what's the real story. The fact that there have been massive power outages in San Francisco, New York, and New Jersey, two different ends of the country simultaneously, with the actual causes still unknown, other than a vague report of a substation fire in San Francisco, only adds to the rumors and speculation. Are these things connected? Is it a coincidence that the government is planning a detonation drill of a 10-kiloton nuclear device and EMP in the urban hub of the country, in the operation known as Gotham Shield, still being held until at least early May, with the actual detonation dates being reported as April 24th through the 26th. What is Operation Gotham Shield? It's a joint accuracy response exercise involving FEMA, DHS, Department of Defense, local law enforcement, local government, the Nuclear Detection Agency, and a myriad of other military and government agencies. WMD and chemical and biological units will be on hand as a response is tested for a nuclear detonation over the United States' foremost urban center in the iconic and densely populated island of Manhattan and the shores of New Jersey. Federal, state, and local governments alike are planning for this massive operation on the U.S.-Canadian border. 4 nuclear devices will be used, 2 being rendered safe, 1 being a kiloton detonation in the NYC, New Jersey area, and another smaller EMP on the U.S.-Canadian border. So the chances of having a random, unexplained, massive power outage in major cities all at the same time, one of those cities being where this drill is to actually go down, all of this being a coincidence, seems very poor at best. All we can do, friends, is stay vigilant, keep each other informed.
Tonight, multiple senior intelligence officials tell NBC News the U.S. military is on high alert as tensions mount between the United States and North Korea over what U.S. officials see as a possible imminent underground nuclear test.
Keep each other informed.